What's up, guys?
Welcome to the Crouch Ranch, guys.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on today. We're actually shooting another video today about a bunch of stuff that we're doing today, but
which is repetitive and redundant.
Right. It's like a conundrum.
Wrapped in an enigma.
Anyway, I figured while we were... Hey, Tony's calling me.
Oh.
I don't have my phone.
Okay.
I'll call you back, Tony. I figured while we were doing this, we're going to take a short break and actually shoot this little video about, I think its own subject. Calvin H. I'm calling you out, Calvin. Left a comment recently on a video that we posted about, prepper stuff. And he was referring to, during that video, I was talking to, the businessman out there that's got, like, 6 months worth of salary saved up in the bank, and pointing out that he is also a prepper in his own right. Though he's prepared for a specific thing, he's prepared for loss of a job or
an emergency, car breaking down, medical emergency, something like that. You know.
And Calvin pointed out, hey, why not take all that money instead of putting it in the bank and put it in gold and silver? And I agree with Calvin that precious metal is certainly something that needs to be considered for the prepper who is considering things like, the financial collapse. But I wanted to talk about that a little bit and expand on my opinion of that whole subject. And this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor.
Nope.
But it's my opinion. And my opinion is, look, don't be prepared for just one thing, right?
Right. Think of it like preparedness as being like a broad spectrum antibiotic. You don't want a specific antiviral. You don't want a specific something that's only going to treat one issue. You want to be prepared for a situation that's going to be able to knock out a lot of different scenarios, because honestly, we don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to be a flood? Is it going to be a fire? Is it going to be a financial collapse? Is it going to be an earthquake? Is it going to be, the downfall of the government? Is it going to, what, aliens, zombies, whatever? You don't know, right? So have things in place that would work as well as they could across the board.
Right. While also keeping in mind that none of the above may ever happen to you, and you're actually preparing for your retirement. What about that?
There's that.
What about that, right? So, my thoughts on that, my personal opinion on that are, look, if you have a 401k at your company, man, get in it. To the extent, at least, that they match, right? And depending on your age and how much you got set aside, maybe more. And, to those individuals out there that have advised, don't put anything in a 401k, don't put anything in the bank, don't put... Because when the financial collapse happens, okay, cool. You know what? If you were right, and there is a financial collapse and a collapse of the government, then I will regret having put money in my 401k. However, if what I'm preparing for is an earthquake that takes months to recover from, then my 401k was smart. And, I do agree with having precious metals on hand, because those could become a currency, right? They are a currency.
Right, but in a really bad situation, other things would become currency.
Right.
Things that are like, food, water, booze.
Alcohol is a big one.
Yeah.
I agree very much. If you're gonna, and I don't want to turn into a doomsday guy, but if you're gonna stockpile something, bullets and alcohol are two things that are good to stockpile, and I'll tell you why. Because I cannot put a bullet in the ground and grow more bullets. Now, my buddy Tony up the street does have a really nice room set up for reloading, and yes, we can reload all kinds of calibers, and but there's a limit on those supplies. So I agree in stockpiling bullets. They absolutely could become a currency, and I agree in keeping a lot of alcohol on hand. It doesn't have to be good alcohol. You can get that bottom shelf vodka at the grocery store that's like $9. Get a bunch of those and store them and keep them, because they're going to potentially come in handy for medical purposes, mental health purposes, and as a currency.
Right. And that's one of the things, too, about when we talk about being a sustainable prepper. There's lots of things that you can do that you can continue to create yourself. You can salvage seeds and you can continue to grow the plant. You can, you know, breed your own animals and continue to have meat from that, even after the meat that you've taken out of your freezer and have canned and whatnot.
Right.
But certain things like your ammo, a lot of people, you know, can't make their own bullets. Yeah, you can make your own arrows and get into the real, you know, taking it to the next level on each category, of course, like you can with anything. But things like bullets, booze, some things that maybe you may not be able to make yourself because you either don't have the knowledge or you don't have the supplies that are needed to make it properly.
Right. So I appreciate it, Calvin, pointing out that that's a subject that I think needs its own brief discussion. You know, how to prepare financially is going to be a little different for everyone. It's gonna be a little different, you know, based on your age group. You know, if you're a little bit older, if you're in your 40s or 50s, then you know, putting a little bit more money aside for retirement is going to be important. If you're in your 20s,
when we were in our 20s, being prepared was having the big pack of top ramen and the thing, right? You know, that was the
I got top ramen.
I got a couple frozen burritos and I got some top ramen. We're good.
Right. But yeah, you know, I agree. Go ahead and, you know, get some precious metals and store them with you. But at the same time,
precious metals anytime.
Yeah, I got precious metals. We'll just cash in her wedding ring. But also, you know, have a 401k and a retirement plan, and I have an E-Trade account where I put a little bit of money in there, and I play the stock market myself, and I do all right with that. I mean, I did actually well with it last year. Yeah. So, you know, do different things, prepare in different ways for different scenarios. So again, Calvin, appreciate the little debate there that prompted this video.
But in a nutshell, look at it like this way: when you're packing for a short trip, always pack one extra pair of underwear. There you go.
How short's the trip?
Well, I'm just saying, however many pairs of underwear you think you need, bring another one, just in case.
All right.
It's rules to live by.
Hey, there you go, folks. Today's advice from Sid: pack another pair of underwear.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications.